Yusuf Karsh and his immortal art of seeing the soul. If, looking at my portraits, you learn something significant about the people depicted. If you say, yes, this is him, and discover something new in him, then it is a successful portrait. These words by Yusuf Karsh, 1908-2002, are the key to understanding the master whose works became a mirror of the 20th century. An Armenian refugee and survivor of the genocide, he believed that he could reveal to the world the light of the human soul. Born to Armenian parents in Mardin, Turkey, Karsh faced the horror of genocide as a teenager. His father's brothers were thrown down a well. His sister died of typhus. In 1922, the family, leaving all their belongings, walked for a month with a caravan of refugees to Aleppo, Syria. Along the way, Yusuf tried to sketch piles of bones, evidence of the massacre, but was caught by the Turks. His father saved his son by giving him the last of his money. In January 1924, 15-year-old Yusuf arrived in Halifax on the SS Canada. He spent 3 days in the Pier 2 Immigration Detention Center before being picked up by his uncle George. His first Canadian experience, a sleigh ride through a snowstorm, became a symbol of hope. I felt like there was a different life waiting for me here, he said. Karsh, the son of a Catholic father and a Protestant mother, perceived light as a divine metaphor. In his studio, powerful spotlights did not simply paint the photograph, they played the role of grace, penetrating the hidden. He used classical light to create a volume of spirituality. Childhood traumas could have been brutalizing, but he saw the camera as a tool for reconciliation. My memories are a strange mixture of blood and beauty, persecution and peace, Yusuf said. His portraits of Mother Teresa, Albert Einstein, or a wounded Hemingway are not glorifications, but studies of the spirit's fortitude in the face of pain. Here are some examples from his practice. On December 30, 1941, Karsh was filming an irritated Churchill in Ottawa, uninformed about the shoot. Seeing that the cigar was making the image banal, he snatched it from the Prime Minister's mouth. An indignant Churchill planted his fists on his hips, and a symbol of British resistance was born. The politician later admitted, "You could make a roaring lion freeze." Before photographing Hemingway in Havana, 1957, Karsh studied the writer's habits by trying his favorite cocktail at a bar. In the morning, Hemingway asked, "What will you drink?" "A daiquiri, sir," the photographer answered confidently. Good God, Karsh at this time of day? Hemingway was indignant. The shot of the tired but unbroken author of The Old Man and the Sea became a classic. Soviet leader Brezhnev agreed to be photographed only on the condition, "Make me as beautiful as Audrey Hepburn." Karsh appreciated the humor and found strong-willed significance in Brezhnev. In 1947, Karsh became one of Canada's first official citizens, accepting a passport from Prime Minister Mackenzie King. His immigrant experience became a mission. My camera became my voice in a world where I was once mute. In 1987, he donated 370,000 negatives to the National Archives of Canada. In 1997, he donated 199 portraits, including Mandela and Kennedy, to the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. He even saw the light in charity work, for example, creating posters for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. What made his portraits special? Karsh used multi-point lighting, reflectors and diffusers to create sculptural depth in the face and hands. He was inspired by the paintings of Rembrandt and Velázquez, studied the anatomy of light and shadow, and always sought to convey the soul of a person, not just appearance. Yusuf Karsh approached each shoot as a deep exploration of the subject. His preparation for a meeting with a model was almost like preparing for an interview or a performance. He learned everything about the person in advance, their achievements, character, habits, even favorite books. This helped him understand how best to reveal the model's inner world. If it was a writer, he read his books. If a politician, he studied his speeches and photographs. He sought to capture the essence of the personality, not just the appearance. Karsh thought in advance about what kind of light, background and pose would help express the character of the model. He did not just take pictures, he built a visual portrait of the soul. Before the shoot, he tried to establish trust, talk, joke, create a comfortable atmosphere. This was especially important when he only had a few minutes. He carefully adjusted the lighting, often using several light sources to create sculptural depth and drama. He even shaped the background with light, not scenery. Karsh studied with theater lighting technicians and often attended the opera and theater to understand how light affects the perception of emotions. This made his portraits look like scenes from a play with mood, drama, and meaning. Karsh did a great job defining an era. His photo of Hemingway adorns literature textbooks, and his photo of Churchill is on the English £5 note. But his greatest legacy is his philosophy of sincerity and openness. He said, "There is a secret in every man. My task is to discover it in the infinitesimally small interval of time when he drops the mask." His life proved that the light of art can transform even the darkness of Marden's wells. As The Economist wrote, he thought of himself as an Armenian, but the world remembered him as Karsh from Ottawa, an alchemist who turned light into revelation. He said, "The meaning of photography, like the meaning of life, is contained in one word, and that word is light." For Karsh, light was a symbol of the inner world of man. His portraits seemed to reveal the soul, using the play of light and shadow as an instrument of revelation. Yusuf Karsh rarely spoke directly about religion, but his life and philosophy were deeply imbued with spirituality and the search for light, both literally and metaphysically. For him, light was a symbol of divine presence, hope, and the inner strength of man. He sought to capture the best in people, as if revealing their souls through light. Having experienced the Armenian Genocide, the loss of his family, and exile, Karsh did not become embittered. Instead, he became deeply compassionate and sought to see the spark of goodness in every person. He said, "If there is a central purpose to my work, it is to capture the best in people, and in doing so, remain true to myself." He wrote, "There is a secret hidden in every man and woman, and my task is to discover it if I can." This discovery happens in a split second, in a gesture, a look, a fleeting glimpse of truth. Despite his worldwide fame, Karsh remained modest. His philosophy is a profound spiritual ethic based on respect for life, respect for God and the human soul. Respect for God and the human soul. Respect